Hello, hello. Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how we do it, at least on Mondays, right? So, hey, this is the daily check-in with Russell Hotels, but you know, Mondays are always devoted to Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany English is here. She's our guest host. You know, she be bringing it. I don't know what, but she be bringing something. So, oh yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that passionate intro. Something. It could be, it's just something.
Bringing something. I don't know what, but we're about to find out today.
That was riveting. I appreciate that.
To find out today. So yeah, so we're live. I'm live in LA. She's live in Chicago. Okay, that's what's going on here. Just in case you didn't know it. I don't know. I've been focusing on this geographical thing. I want to know where people like tuning in from. Okay, because we're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, live on Instagram, and live on Facebook. And I always want to know where do people come in from? I'm more not concerned about the number of likes and all this other stuff. I want to know where people are tuning in from. So there you go.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, well, doing something like this, we're all connected and we can be coming from anywhere. Look, it's Chicago today, tomorrow it could be somewhere else. So I hear you.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you gonna be somewhere tomorrow?
Okay, that was just a figure of speech. I'm actually home for a bit. I don't have anything right now for June or July.
Okay.
And you know how our work is. It could change.
Yeah.
You know what? So what? I was at Intensive Live. What was that? A week or two ago, and there was a supplier that was like, "We have a fan. We'd love to invite you out." I'm like, "Oh, when?" He was like, "Next week." Come on now. I mean, I like to be spontaneous, but that next week, and he was so serious. Like, what's the problem? So that's why I say, in our business, who knows?
That's
right?
True. That is true. There's always something going on, and somebody will invite you to go somewhere. So yeah. So
spur of the moment, right?
Yeah. Spur of the moment. So yeah. But anyway,
other than that,
your weekend was good. You stayed out of the water. You weren't. I mean, I'm sure it's warm there now, right? It's getting warmer in Chicago.
Yeah, finally. And I feel like it's just something for us to always complain about. Either it's too cold, it's too hot, it's raining. But yeah, we're finally feeling summerish.
Okay.
It's been raining, but it's good weather. Good weather. And that's where Chicago opens up. You got all kinds of activities going on, and yeah, it's a good time. The boats are out. I'm still gonna be on a boat. I don't care what you say.
Well, I don't know I don't know if that's a good thing. The boats are out. Some people need to stay clear of the boats. That's for some other people to do. That's not
okay. All right. Okay.
To partake in. You can do a lot of stuff on land. You don't have to be on the boat. Okay.
No, you don't have to. But it's just
boats tend to. I don't know. You tend to want to jump off the boat and get in the water. Okay. And that's not your thing. Okay.
No, it's not. It should not be. It was one time, but yeah, I learned my lesson. Stay on the boat. No matter what. Okay, whatever. Get over it. Okay, fine. So no, I was telling you offline how I feel sometimes compelled to have this great weekend story when my life is so boring on the weekends. Like I do all my stuff during the week.
Okay, right? Well that's fine. As long as you're doing some stuff. Okay, so during the week you're running 100 miles an hour, but on the weekend you just
kind of chill. Yeah. Do some groceries, just all kinds of, boring stuff, not worth talking about. But let me tell you, Russell, my week last week, and it was jam-packed. It's usually not normally this jam-packed, but let me tell you, it was jam-packed. We had a lot of people coming into town wanting to just share their knowledge. Started my week with a presentation from Dubai. I don't know if I told you I was going to that. Dubai hosted a lunch. And when I tell you, now I want to go to Dubai, like right now. And see, Russell, we talked about this, um, a few shows ago, especially when you're at these appointments, you need to make someone want to come to your destination. And when I tell you I was ready to pack my bags and go to Dubai, like for real. So they're doing a road show. So Chicago, I think they're doing Atlanta and Boston. And they hosted it at Nobu. That was my first time at Nobu restaurant in Chicago. So it was a little trendy. And then they had a few select suppliers with them. So it was hosted by I think it's the marketing arm that markets Dubai to the American market. I'm not so familiar with what they actually do, but they have representatives, like a hotel representative, a DMC representative, convention center. So it was only about 6 suppliers that represented Dubai, but in separate categories. Really cool concept. And they had, before our lunch, they had an activity. They brought some fresh spices and let us make spice. Oh, I actually have some. Hold on.
Oh, just so happen to have it right there at your
No,
fingertips.
I put them over here. So turmeric, so you can just packet your own spices, and they're fresh.
Oh, they had you make spices there?
Well, no, the spices were there, but you got to pick which ones you want, and they talked about the spices and the markets that that they have in Dubai. This one's my favorite, the hibiscus, and so you just kind of write on your own spices. Oh, sorry. So Dubai business events, they actually host these events, and then they had a tea making kind of little activation where the lady was like, "Look, what do you like?" And I'll make it. And I think that was appropriate because I would have just been like, let me just put in what works. So I appreciate that as an event person, having an activation that gets people warmed up. You're coming into an event, you don't know what to expect. And then it's a lunch, but you're kind of waiting for people to come in. So that was great. Alongside that, there was tabletop supplier not appointments, but a little, you could just move at your leisure and talk to people. Emirates was there. So of course I was like, okay, so we're flying Emirates. Yeah. We're going to Dubai. But sharing, how they work with groups, which was great. And then the hotel partner was the JW Marriott right there downtown. And that's where he was describing the hotel. Russell, it has 72 floors, but there's only 14 rooms. And that's impressive if I remember that. Because I was captivated by this presentation. He was talking about all their recent renovations. It has over 1,000 rooms. So having that you're talking about tall towers, such a tall towers, but very few rooms, 7 on one side and 7 on another. And then I was talking about the elevators. He was like, our elevator timing is like 19 seconds. And I'm just like so impressed by, learning the technology that I'm like, no, I want to go for myself. I want to prove it. So several restaurants, of course, spa, but like right there in the heart of Dubai. And, we sat there. He was my, seated partner for lunch. So we just chatted it up for a good 10 minutes. And I just think, that's the way to do a supplier appointment, not so stringent and, what do you have for me? It was literally, he was just sharing and his excitement got me excited. So if that's the goal to host an appointment, you do it with excitement. If you are not excited to share your hotel, you might want to leave that hotel. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, excuse me. That's what gets people's attention. If you're excited, if you're not excited about where you work or what you represent, then no one else is going to be excited about it.
100%.
Yeah. So no,
and people can tell that. Don't you think we can tell if you're just phoning it in? If you're like, we have 200 rooms and
exactly.
And I'm asking you questions. Look, when I tell you after that, and it was a very casual 10-minute conversation. Of course I was asking questions, but I was speechless. He kept talking and I kept just taking it in. So some appointments you got, it's like pulling teeth with some of these suppliers. Where are you located? How far are you from the airport? Oh, can you give me something? But to your point, it is that, that passion you have for your hotel, it
Oh
it,
yeah,
it
you can
shows.
you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell. So okay,
Yeah,
so now you want to go to Dubai.
ready to go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, when's their next fam trip at there in Dubai? When is that going to take
Probably when I have some business for them.
Oh, okay.
No, Dubai is, and I love how, and I think Russell, we talk about these international markets just being a little bit more, passionate and sharing, and being
Yes.
a sharing resource, and understanding that we may not know enough about your destination to even have it in the running.
Hmm.
So, um, I like the idea that they understand that they're just educating us, and I say that to say, it's a strong incentive market.
Hmm.
You know, um, it's upscale. It's for those really good executive events. Um, so I will say that now that's something that could be in the running or as an option. The more and more we get, information on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
it's on
know
my. I'll say it's on my radar now.
it's on your radar now. No, I know a couple people that have gone to Dubai. They've done FAMs. They've
Yeah,
done they've actually taken a group or two over there. Yeah, and it's yeah,
yeah,
they loved it. They loved it,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I've had some planners that said they enjoyed it too.
mhm.
So I do hope they continue to understand the value of these road shows and bringing their information to where their planners are, and doing some fam trips. It's all about keeping top of mind and
Yep,
educating.
visibility. The more visible
There we
they
go.
are,
There we go.
the more people are gonna remember. So
Right.
yeah, so especially for people that are international and international, like you mentioned, you alluded to, and we've had this conversation where they seem a lot more excited about their property, their destination, their whatever it is, their DMC. Yeah, they seem so excited about presenting, and I just remember some of the, like, was it the last one where I really talked about it was at what is it, SMU in New York,
Yeah. Mhm.
and how excited everybody you met with, they were just excited. They didn't talk business, they just wanted to let you know these are the things that they have, right? This is what we
Yeah.
can do. This is, it wasn't like, was your RFP and this and that. It's like,
Right.
at the end of it, if you ever have anything for us, I mean, we would appreciate, a RFP. I mean, they didn't say
Exactly.
we got to have the business. They just said, hey, this is our information, this is our destination. We would love to have you whenever time permits or whenever schedule permits,
Right.
basically. So yeah, and then like I said,
So,
they're just so excited.
why do you think that is? Why do you think an international destination is more likely to just share and be a resource as opposed to, someone in Nashville saying, "Well, here's our hotel." Like assuming that we, just because it's a domestic market, assuming we
Mhm.
should know about it. Assuming we should know where you are in relationship to the airport. We assume we should know your weather conditions. Like, why are they just like,
I
you
think
know,
people take it for granted over here that
exactly.
maybe they think they have so much business they don't have to really, um, I don't know. They have so much business they don't have to worry about, kind of catering to you or what you want or asking you questions, or they just want the RFP because
Or,
if you don't give me an RFP, somebody else gonna give me an RFP.
or do they even? I mean, do they assume that we know the area and that we know it already? That we're just like it makes sense. I feel like international suppliers, they go in with you not knowing anything. Like you don't even you
Yeah,
don't even have to
yeah.
say I haven't been to Dublin. They'll be like, let me tell you why Dublin works, and then they'll even do a comparison. They'll be like, you know what? The weather's kind of like New York, and like they'll do their research,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they'll get me to understand, okay, I get the concept, and I get what the weather is and how it be, and then the foliage is kind of like DC, so like they literally,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
meanwhile you have a hotel in Texas saying, hey, yeah, we're in Dallas.
You should already know, right?
You should
You
already.
should already
And then
know.
if you've never, oh, I've never been to Dallas. What do you mean you've never been to Dallas? Like now you feel bad for yourself. Like, wait, am I the problem? So it's
Yeah,
just like when you start to see that difference of conversation
yeah, yeah, yeah.
between international
I
and
think they take it for granted. I think the people here, I think they take it for granted that we already know and we
right.
should know.
Hmm.
But we don't have to be as traveled, as well traveled. I mean, but anyway, you should speak to everybody as if they know nothing about your
Right.
destination.
That's the point.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's how the international travelers, that's the take they take on everything. It's like
Yeah.
you never been there. Even if I said, yeah, I've been there before. Oh, okay, where were you? Okay, well, this place is like this. Okay, this is it. They'll
Right.
still explain, okay, our region is different than that region, and this is why it's different or whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, no, I think that yeah,
And then
they get their
tell me
money's
where your hotel is in relation to the destination. So if you're saying, "Hey, I'm Marriott in Charlotte," okay, what does that mean? Like, are you downtown? Are you in the?
yeah,
Are you in Charlotte? Are you in the suburbs? Like, is there
exactly.
stuff around? And to your point, that sums it up. Speak to
Yeah,
people how like they've never heard of you.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Until I say no, yeah, I've been there. Okay, I've had a group there. Okay,
Yeah.
until we say that, you give us all the information about your destination, your
Sure.
hotel, where it is in proximity to the airport. I mean, all those things matter, and so we don't know everything. Every planet does not
Exactly.
know everything about every damn destination here in the U.S.
And
Okay,
even if you do, and even if you had a program, your follow up question should be, "When was the last time you were here?" If it wasn't last year, then you need to be like, well, since you've been here, let me tell you what has happened, or what's
exactly,
been updated. Give
exactly.
me an update.
Hmm.
So I guess
Hmm.
it goes to a point of don't assume anything. You
Yeah.
know?
Never assume anything. Give us all the information as if we've never been there before.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
like
That was
be
good.
more like the international destinations. That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Do. And yeah, and feel free to put that fam out Dubai because I will be ready, and Emirates. Well, a lot of times you know their reputation. You know it's going to be good, and then you experience it. Those are two different things. So you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, you're ready to. So if a fam trip came up like the end of this week to go to Dubai, would you be on
oh
that
my
one?
gosh, don't it's like now you got my
Because you just
interest.
said a while ago someone asked you to do one domestically, you're like, oh, I can't do that. But if Dubai came calling, would
I was
you?
like, we'd have to make it work, huh?
Oh, okay.
We'd
Now all
have
of
to
a
make it
sudden you
work.
can make that work. Okay.
I don't
Mm,
know. I don't even know if it's end of the week type thing. But
mm,
I would definitely put
mm.
it on my priority list. Absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We're on with Miss Tiffany. This is the daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. Mondays are devoted to Miss Tiffany English being on here. So we're just talking about some of the things she did, I guess, last week. This is considered work, okay? So she went
And
to a presentation at Nobu from what's the Dubai? Is it called Visit Dubai, Discover Dubai, Destination Dubai? What is it called?
it's called Dubai.
You see, that's the okay.
It's
Okay,
called
let me
Dubai.
stop here. Let me stop here. When we're doing these, I need you to know what's the name
It's the
of
destination, the city of Dubai,
the
Russell.
destination Dubai.
Yes,
Is that's what
yes,
it's called?
yes.
So if someone was to
No, no, no,
order this,
no. It's well, I don't know. It was so many things going on. See, I have the Taste of Dubai. That was the event. I have Dubai business events. All the collateral was Dubai. So that's what I took from it.
okay, but if I wanted to reach out to somebody, who would I reach out? How would I reach out to?
Reach out to me, and I'm going to forward you
Oh,
the information.
this is why we do this, Tiffany, so we can educate the people out there. We can say, visit Dubai, and then this is the whatever the website, and they can go at their leisure at that point.
I hear you.
Okay,
But no,
so don't do
seriously,
that
I'm looking at
again.
my email right now and it says Dubai.
It
So,
just
what I will say, what this event was, it was held on behalf of Dubai business events. So,
okay.
not so much as a CVB, as more of as a collective. And the, event was actually, a road show. So
Okay.
look, that's the
Okay.
people who put it together, and that's what I took from it.
Okay. You know what? I need more information from you. Okay. So in the future, we gonna
In the
talk.
in the future, when I'm telling you about my week, I got to fact check. Oh, okay, so yeah,
No, I didn't
discover.
say fact check. I
So
just said
actually,
who you
Discover
meet with.
Dubai. I have Discover Dubai is from my email
Okay. It,
confirmation.
it's called Discover Dubai.
But you know what? Also, you make a well, even the way you do it, you do make a point because getting kind of the difference between is it the CVB, is it the DMO, is it a collective? Because a lot of times I'm seeing these events now are more of these marketing companies. So
Okay.
when they're talking about destinations, and it kind of gets blurry about, okay, well, who actually represents this destination
Mm,
when it
mm,
comes to events?
yes.
Now, if we were at a hosted buyer event, you would sit down with somebody and they'd be like, "Hey, I'm from Discover Dubai." I think it gets tricky when there's a lot of other people involved, and I've seen this trend that these marketing companies are, because that's not even who hosted it; it's some kind of market ID company. So it's
Hmm.
just, I guess my point is, it's not clear on kind of black and white who's leading this event.
Okay. Well, just go to Dubai. Damn it.
It's
Okay.
Discover Dubai, though.
Oh, Discover. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
we identified that it's
we
Discover Dubai.
Dubai.
Okay. All right. I love that. And Emirates was there as well. What you
Emirates was there, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There
Okay.
was a couple others that interesting, like the Coca-Cola Convention Center. So if you want to do large events, and they were talking about you can do different activations.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting. There was a few reps from a DMC, and they were talking about putting activities together. Dubai is interesting because you can either be, they have you know, kind of land, just where you can do a lot of land activities, but then you can go outside of the actual downtown area and go to the beach. So you
Oh,
can do some water activities. So you have the DMC, you know, just like any other destination there to handle those local um, activations or activities.
okay. Very good. Very good. Now that we beat up Dubai enough, what else?
I know, and that was only Tuesday. That was the beginning of my week. So
Okay.
let's see. Yeah, I went to a couple other events. So there is a company that I use, Swoogo. So it's an event
Oh,
management. It's called Swoogo. So yeah,
Swoogo.
yeah, Swoogo. Those are my people now. Um,
Of
so
course.
I use it for event communication, doing all invites, and it's a little bit more robust than an actual, let me just send a evite or Eventbrite. It's along the lines of tracking where your guests come in, doing surveys, data, and that part is the juicy part because that's where the strategy comes in. And when you're looking at event data,
Uh-huh.
so they were actually another company that did like a roadshow, but they did a workshop to learn more about how to work with a program. And I've been working with this program for about a year and a half. Went to the workshop and realized I wasn't using half the things they were mentioning. And interesting about this event is they did it right, because I think just all right. Let me put my event hat and talk events now. Um, when you have clients and customers, you still want to use events to really hone in on their needs, get to know your clients, and keep them as clients. So when I went to that event, I got to see their culture. They're very laid back. They had, I'm gonna tell you, they had breakfast waiting for us. you, know, that always gets me, right?
Imagine that. They
I know. Every time I leave with food, you laugh at me. But no, seriously though, it was a well done event that's structured around education and resources, and culture and networking. They made it a point to make it about who's in the room as the attendees. What do they want? And it wasn't like,
Hmm.
oh, me, us, buy this. They, had a lot of event people in the room, and a lot of people were not even from Chicago, so they flew in for this event, and they allowed opportunities for us to just network. So it wasn't a jam pack agenda. You know how I feel about those, Russell. We
Yeah,
had
yeah,
plenty of
yeah, yeah.
breaks, and it was very casual. So yeah, I really enjoyed, and it was a full day workshop. So and I was on time. It was started. It was from not. It was from 9 to 5,
What the
but it
hell's
was
going
9 to
on here? What the hell's going on here? You were
Russell.
on time?
l- Let me tell you. So breakfast and registration was from 9 to 10. Don't you know I was there at 9 o'clock?
Wow. Did they must have sent a car for you or something? Give you Uber
No,
credit?
no, it was just a good day. And crazy enough, I think about more than half people were there at 9 o'clock that they made a comment like, "Wow, everybody's here already."
Wow.
But you know what? I think, and talk about with the events and really hone in what makes sense for your attendees. I think starting at 9 o'clock was the key. Like, don't have breakfast at 7 in the morning. I know you're a morning person. I get it, Russell, but not everybody is like you. But you think about getting to somewhere, and it was just a great start. 9 o'clock registration start. 10 o'clock was the actual workshop, and I think that was the perfect timing because everybody was there.
Hmm.
There wasn't somebody trying to poke in, and that person where it's a whole workshop and they trying to come in the room all late. So it wasn't any of that. It was
Hmm.
held at the Wit downtown. We had a rooftop lunch that was great,
Yeah,
and
breakfast and lunch? This is
yeah,
all day affair?
it was an all day affair. Well, if it's all day, you got to feed people.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess you could be like lunches on your own and just come back.
But
You
they
come
had
back after
lunch.
lunch.
They had lunch.
The lunch was and lunch was on the rooftop. It was great for networking. There was other event strategists in the room. There was event people. There was people from Southwest. I didn't even know they did invites, and they flew in for it. So it was a great group of people in the room. And now that I attribute that experience to Swoogo, I know that I'm like, well, this is going to be the event software that I continue to work with and recommend to other clients as well.
Now, what
Um,
is Fugo? Explain that.
Swoogo is, I thought I did.
Did you?
Swoogo,
Maybe
Swoogo
I
is an event management
fell asleep.
software.
Fell asleep.
Excuse me, hold on.
Event management software, like a CVent.
It is the competitor of CVent, yeah. You know
Okay,
how I feel about
okay.
CVent. Yeah, CVent does that as well, where you go to register for an event, and they have the pretty landing page. So yeah, I use it for my contract, where people go to register, and then the importance to me is the automatic communications that go out, because I always tell people that are they're so upset that no one showed up. I'm like, well, how many times did you email them? They're like, one time. I'm like, that's not going to cut it. So we have this automated, 6 email sequence that goes out to people,
Mm.
telling them about the events, um, nudging people who haven't registered yet, and then the know before you go, because that's the important part. All that information, day before the event. So it's all can be automated in a great form. But not only that, the difference between that and just doing, a simple evite is the data and the stats that you can get from it. Um, you can see where people are registering from. You can put different tags depending on who registers. You can send them to different sequences. So that's when you get into the nitty gritty of doing events and hiring hiring or having actual event people to do that. So
Sorry about that.
no problem.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes, but
so that
similar
was.
to,
So, what did you learn going to that event?
I mean, I
Other than you got breakfast, you didn't
no,
have
no,
to.
no, no.
You didn't have
So,
to cook that day.
well, see, it's so a lot of this stuff isn't, the sexy part of events. As an attendee, you get a registration and you click in, you say, here's my information. No, I don't have dietary issues, and then they're like, thank you. The behind the scenes is what's interesting. So basically, they went over how to build. the actual, event page, which you can do as basic or as robust as you want. And then they went in with the forms. You can have as many forms as you want to get as much information from people. So, hey, Russell.
You see that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see you testing some things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to
Um,
make sure I got
but
that.
yeah, so yeah, to me, when you're doing events and when you have an event led strategy, you really need something that's going to equip you with not only giving you the good attendee experience, but being able to communicate it and then getting the data. Because I always talk about, okay, let's review the data from this event so we can do a better event next time. So I learned about more of registration forms. And what I loved about their workshop is they started with, hey, let's start on strategy first. So it's really for event strategists in the room to work with Swoogo because they get it.
Mm,
So there's a lot of software that disconnects planners because they're all about them. And I feel like Swoogo really took the time to learn what planners need, what event people need, what companies need, and they took that into place and they leaned in with strategy. So I was nerding out with that strategy, so it was really great. And then they have a mobile app for checking in. So Russell, I mean, you see the end part. You go to a North Star event and they give you your badge and you register all that and you don't think anything of it, but there's this whole back end of data and registration that you have to have the right tool for it, and there's other tools out there, so you just have to pick one. And what I say Swoogo gets it right is for them going to do an event to learn why, hey, we care, we are doing what our competitors not doing, we're getting out in the field, we're answering questions, we're saying, this support is included in your package. So yeah, really great event.
hmm. Okay. Okay.
And after that, shout out to my girl Elaine because
Mhm.
we're leaving the event at 5 o'clock, and she's like, "Don't you live in Chicago?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then she's like, "Do you want to have dinner? Oh, do I taking people to dinner?" I'm like, "Oh, I just booked my Uber." She's like, "Cancel it."
Wow.
And so we went to dinner, and she had a nice little customer dinner for us, and we were able to really chat more, just on more of a
Now,
social
who was she with?
one of the account reps at Swoogo.
Oh, so she's the
Basically,
account. Okay.
the
Okay.
impromptu dinner. And a shout out to Swoogo because they gave everybody a Uber credit to go home. And it was the evening where it was raining and it was surge pricing. So I was going to take an Uber anyway. And I was glad that I didn't have to pay for it.
Wow. You came up then.
Yeah, dinner, Uber credit,
You
breakfast,
scored that day.
lunch.
What day was that?
What day was that? It was Wednesday,
Okay, Wednesday.
middle of the
So
week.
Wednesday, you were taken care of by Swoogo.
I
Okay.
was. Shout out to
All right. All right.
Swoogo.
Okay, so you used Swoogo even before.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay,
customer.
so you're an advocate for Swoogo.
But you know what? Swoogo gets it right. They do a lot of events for planners. They were at IMAX. They do, dinners. They they do a lot. So my point is, if you're out there doing a lot and you're a competitor, what are you out there doing? You know what I mean? You have to kind of do these things to stay on the pulse, not only with planners, but be top of mind to both their customers and prospects.
Mm.
So, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. So, but the Swoogo, I mean, this is more event management tool,
Correct. Event
but it's
management, communication. Yep.
okay. So more of the communication part.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily um, helping you with RFPs and sending them.
No, that's why I said it's not really your lane. This was my kind
Okay,
of,
okay, okay. So this is
this
more
is
of the
my jam.
event.
Yeah.
This is more, this what makes you excited about
Yeah.
the meetings, the events that you
Oh,
do,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. See, I
Yeah.
would never use that because I'm not. on that side. I'm
Right.
basically site selection, whatever tools I can use to streamline that, then great. But as far as communication with the attendees or potential attendees, make sure you register all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a totally
You're like,
different ball.
nope.
Yeah. What is that?
Nope.
Just tell me when to go. Where should I go? Okay.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Very good. Very okay. So that's Wednesday. What else?
That was Wednesday.
Speed it up now. Speed it up. Come on now.
I know. Well, I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was a lot. Wednesday, Thursday. So invited to the. So are you familiar with what is it? IAEE
I
expos,
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
expos
Mhm.
and exhibitions.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, went to a meeting there first time. Did a roundtable discussion. Look, Russell, let me tell you, roundtables discussions are my jam because I get to talk. So we did a roundtable discussion of different topics that matter to planners, and it was tables of planners and suppliers. One being, contracts, negotiations. Two, what keeps planners up at night, attendee experience, and we just did, kind of speed dating type rounds. And I thought it was a cool event. I thought it was different than the traditional, hey, let's do a networking event because we're a membership. So
Mhm.
I highly would love them to continue that type of format. I was invited by Colleen, my girl Colleen from Hard Rock, which that's another great relationship. She constantly is like, hey, love to invite you to this. And she's, stays top of mind. Heard all about the updates of the new Hard Rock in Las Vegas. So say that to say a lot of events surrounded by, just really, I don't know, connecting, getting to know more people, and still getting that education piece. So yeah, that was a really good event.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's literally just kind of the gist of my week was
Okay,
being,
Colleen. Okay, Colleen. Always
I
you always
know.
mention her. So she's
You
always.
know Colleen.
I'm sorry.
You know her, right?
It sounds familiar. Well, I mean, when you
Um,
mention Hard Rock, yeah, yeah.
yeah, because she usually does IPAC. I don't think she did it this year, but she usually goes to IPAC.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. But
yeah.
it seems like she does a lot because you're always talking about her. So it
Well,
sounds
here's
like
the thing.
she's
Can we
popping
have
up.
more Colleens?
Yeah.
Can we get? Hey, look, I wouldn't have to always talk about her if she wasn't the only one or two that was doing it.
Wow.
You
Wow.
know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, she should be a great model for how suppliers should network with planners and keep it top of mind and understanding that relationship building. So if we're in the same city and you have opportunities to connect and invite, she just gets it, you know. So yeah.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
have anything going on for Hard Rock, absolutely, I would send people our way. That's how it should be done.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, 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 yeah. Other than that, a lunch date with another. I met with again with the Whitehall Hotel. Another relationship to continue to building,
The
but
White Hall Hotel. Didn't we talk about that before?
we did. So just continue,
Okay. What's going
building
on
that
with them? What's
relationship.
going on with them?
Well, they actually Whitehall Hotel is just one of many in their collection. So I got to learn about a little bit more of the collection in their portfolio. That includes some really interesting properties, a ranch in Colorado, villas in Cabo. So again, all about just kind of educating me on what's out there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that speedy enough? I mean, I feel like what?
No, that's good. I just remember you mentioned it before, and I'm glad you're following up. You got to
Yeah,
report. What's going on. Because
yeah,
it's one thing to, okay, I met with these people, I did this, people are great, blah blah blah. Well, okay, well then what happened after that? Okay, well it's still going. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely,
that's good. That's good. Okay, all
absolutely.
right. Okay, Whitehall. Did I
Yeah.
tell you I'm coming to Chicago? And let's see. I don't know when it is. But I guess it's maybe is it August
What are you coming for?
or is it July? When I get the dates, I'm sorry. Going to Chicago, then going to New York.
For what?
Um,
For business or personal?
Well, you know what? Every time I leave is for business. Every time I go somewhere, it's business. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna turn it into business. Okay,
Right, right.
so looking at the Sofitel or the what's the other one? I don't. I'm sorry. Let's see. And I'm not doing the planning on this,
Oh, look,
but I but I'm
connect me to your planner.
but I'm
Um,
always I'm always in the loop. Like, you want this one or that one? I'm like, well, what do you think about this or what do you think about that? And I'll say, well, I like this because of that. What's the location? What are we gonna do when we're there? So all that matters. Let's see. The Sofitel and the Royal Sonesta.
okay. I am now wait, I'm curious. Those are interesting properties. I'm going to the Sofitel on Thursday.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're having
Okay, you need to talk to them and give me a good rate then, okay?
well, it sounds like you already locked in. So
No, we're not locked into anything yet.
what
Those
was
are,
the reasoning for those properties? That's very
I guess,
specific.
where they're located. Are they located next
They're
to?
two different
I
locations.
know that. I know that. But so I guess it depends on what's in those two locations. Can you educate me? Like, for someone that's there for leisure, okay, which one would you choose? It's got to be based on the location. What is it near? Is it things in walking distance? Are there restaurants there?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if that's just what you're doing. You don't have any like definitive where you need to be, where you're going. Right off the bat, Royal Sonesta for me personally, that location, because it's walking distance right there from the Riverwalk,
Okay.
Michigan Avenue.
Hmm.
Sofitel is it's in the hoity-toity area. It's you up there, you in there. So yes, there's a lot to do. It's very upscale. Yes,
Okay. Okay.
absolutely.
One is very up.
Um,
Okay.
if you're trying to be kind of downtown on Michigan Avenue, it's more of a walking or more further down than the Royal Sonesta. But the Royal Sonesta is not in the same league as Sofitel.
Oh, I believe me,
Oh,
I
okay.
know that. Oh, I know that. Oh,
Okay, I'm just
yeah. It's just based on the different areas. So I'm like,
okay.
well,
Yeah.
what are we gonna be doing? What's in those
Yeah.
areas? So I think it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know how I feel about Sofitel. I don't recall me ever going to the like mind you, I have worked in that area for years. I passed by, I know exactly where it is. It just doesn't dawn on me to go in there. So I'm actually looking for I'm
Okay.
actually looking forward to going in there on Thursday.
Okay. Okay. Well, based on, what I did was put them both in AI and
Oh
basically
geez.
in chat and basically said, if I'm there for leisure, what would be the best one? Because it's always going to give me information about groups because of me, who I am, right? Because it takes into account who you are, right? It knows me, all right. So, and I said I'm there for leisure. I've never been in this area, either one of those areas. What would you recommend? And it basically said the Sofitel.
They probably said, you know what? Being that you're bougie,
Yeah, it did say a little bit of that.
right?
Bougie was not the word to use, but
Right. You're
it
used
kind
to
of,
fighter things, and because of
yeah.
that,
Well, I'm used to a better price. I didn't matter what it is. I want a good price. So
well, you
I need to
like the
contact there. I need to contact.
you like the Sofitel, don't you?
Yeah,
Like
we stayed there in Panama
in
too.
Panama, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Funny enough, I was gonna reach out to get a site tour on Thursday. So yeah, I'll keep you posted.
yeah, drop my name.
No, I'm not
You
doing.
know, drop
Oh,
my
drop
name
your
and give
name.
me a damn rate. Hello.
Look, if I drop your name, that rate might go up. That wasn't funny.
No, that
That
wasn't
wasn't
funny at
funny.
all.
Oh, jeez.
That
All
wasn't
right.
funny at all.
No, but okay, good. You got me. Yeah, I'll work on that.
But I'll keep you posted on the dates.
What?
I don't
Yeah.
remember the dates, and it's
And
only
you
like
just
2 days, 2 days there because we just I think because Obama's the
oh
library is opening up.
What
So
does that mean? Do you have tickets?
I'm sorry.
So what does that mean to you? Do you have tickets?
Obviously, yeah. Well,
What do you
yeah.
mean? Obviously, that's why I'm asking
That's
you.
what.
It's
Yeah,
not obvious.
yeah. We're going to that. I mean, yeah. So I'm just a passenger. Okay, someone will.
You can
You
take
will
off.
tell me this is what's going on, like because we're going to New York anyway. And he said, "Oh, well, let's go a couple days early. Let's do Chicago because of the
Oh,
library opening up, and then we're going the main focus was the New York trip. So
okay.
so yeah, so this is just basically a stop out before New York. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, all right.
You gonna do some work on this trip? You gonna look, get
I
some
do
people
work
to
on every trip, Tiffany. That's
you know,
why they're all business trips.
business.
Okay,
All right, I hear you. Okay.
okay.
All right. Keep me posted. Hopefully, I'll be in town.
Where you gonna be? Hope you're not on the
Well,
lake. Hope you're not.
well, if it's July, I'll be here. August is getting a little
Hope,
busy.
hope it's not on the
Oh my
lake.
god, might
Okay.
be. It might be.
So okay, how much time? Because you've been dragging this whole thing out here. Okay. Um, Let
I'm
me
done.
go. Well, good, because damn it, because you sure been talking a lot. So okay, so real quick. So I had two things that I did since we talked last, right? So that was Monday. I was in Palm Springs. I didn't. I don't, well, I didn't queue up any photos for
Your
Palm Springs.
book launch, or not? Well, your friend's book launch.
Yeah, book launch in Palm Springs, which was at the Avalon Hotel and Bungalows in Palm Springs.
Okay.
70 room hotel, very nice, very nice. I'll have to show those later. But then on Friday, so that was Wednesday. Yeah, that was Wednesday. And then on Friday, I had an appointment for a group that I have, 300 people, next year. I want to say January or February. And so they're interested in looking at the Langham Hotel in Pasadena. Now I know there's a
Mm,
Langham there in Chicago and a Langham in New York. And there's some
mm.
Langham some other places too. So I'm
Okay.
gonna show you just I'm gonna show you what I saw. Okay, I'm gonna show
Okay.
you what I
Okay.
saw.
Let's see
Okay,
it.
so boom, Langham. It's in Pasadena, which is right outside of Los Angeles. I mean to cover you up here. So this is the garden area, if you will, right outside the lobby, kind of like their
Okay.
courtyard area right there.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so that actually I did a live from out there. It was kind of cool,
Hmm.
and the Wi-Fi is like so strong, it's ridiculous,
Really?
ridiculously strong and fast. Yes, yes. I'm sitting outside
Hmm.
and I'm doing a live, and it's the Wi-Fi is a lot better than the Wi-Fi I have here.
Oh well, that's good to know. That's a selling point right there.
That's a selling point. So
Okay.
this is let me move that. Why does that keep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put it over your head. So this these are standard rooms. Okay, this is a standard room, standard
Mm.
guest room. Has a little chase lounge or a little.
Yeah.
I'm not a chase
Yeah.
lounge, but a couch there as well. I don't take photos of the bathroom, so you won't be able to see that. Ballroom, one of the ballrooms. They have, I want to say, three different ballrooms. They have what 53,000 square feet. In fact, how many? What was that? We'll get to the next one and I'll tell you. 379 guest rooms, 53,000 and some change on square footage. So yeah, it was. Let me see if I can move this so we can see you. Okay. So yeah, so that's one. This is a breakout room. That's not the bar room. That's one of the breakout rooms because they need 6 breakout rooms too. So they need a general session for about 300, and they need 6 breakout rooms as well. So all the stuff I'm showing you is all the stuff that I actually was looking for. Right. So this is actually the one that can fit 300 people.
Okay.
Um, mm, 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 Let me see. I need better. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So that's one of the I just want to take a picture of the detail
Of
of this,
course.
right?
Yes.
This is ridiculous. Oh my God. In fact, let me back up here. Let me back up here so
Okay.
we
No, a little.
Show you
Chandeliers.
that. Yeah, so that's a breakout room.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So you can see a little bit more of the architecture detail. And then that was a chandelier, I believe I showed you. Yeah. And then this one, that's
Ooh.
the pools. Okay, so this is the original pool that they had. Now, I haven't been to this hotel probably in 20 over 20 years, right? So this was the only pool that they had before.
Mm.
Well, they had tennis courts and they took those tennis courts out and they added another pool.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah, so
Agree with
that's the
that.
second pool right there.
Okay. Now, did I see balcony rooms? Are they all balconies or no?
Let me back up. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
these
Is that what
balconies.
you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
is this the whole hotel? How the three floors, or is just a
It's kind of spread out because they have some like they have like bungalows as well. I don't
okay?
think they didn't call them bungalows; they called them something else. But they have like one of the suites that are like on bottom floor. I mean, just
Hmm.
one floor of kind of spread out like little cottages, if you
Oh,
will.
nice.
And they're not too far from where this pool is. But I would gather that those things are pretty darn expensive too. I didn't ask, but and this is just a Queen Mary with all the silverware and china on. I was in there, I'm behind the scenes, right? So I
Yeah.
just had to take a photo of that because that's just what I do. And this right here is they call it the horseshoe. All it is I mean all it is, but it's a huge lawn, right? So you just imagine what you can do out there. I mean, weddings, all kind of events, um, lunches, dinner, whatever you wanted to
Yeah.
do. But it's huge. I mean, it is absolutely huge, and it's so beautiful. The grounds are well manicured. Oh my God, it's just spectacular. Okay, so yeah, so that is once again the what's the name of it? Let me put it up here. Let me put it up here. The Langham. So that's the
Okay.
Langham, 379 guest rooms, 53,457 feet of square feet of meeting space. So it's just spectacular. And then a shout out to, I gotta tell you, shout out to Miss Angel Romero. She's a senior catering manager there at the Langham. So okay, so I had an appointment to see the property, and she showed me everything, and I mean explained everything. But before we got to that point, she knew who I was. She did her research.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
She did her research. She said, "Oh my God, I checked out your website. You do a podcast, right? You do a podcast about hospitality. I've always wanted to do one of those, but you're actually doing it. I mean, how'd you do it? I mean, she just
Wow.
asking all these questions, and I'm like, wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So that's the thing. I mean, do your homework on your clients.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't about me. It's just that I just got caught up in that because that doesn't happen all the time, right? It doesn't happen where people actually know that this is what you do, right? And okay, you happen to have a podcast too, and all these kind of things.
I love it. But
Yeah.
so I know you said it's not about you, but it says something when they come in and you know they've done the research. It seems like, oh, I know I'm gonna enjoy working with you just because I know your attention to detail. I know that you are thorough. It's
Hmm.
a reflection on how you work. Now you come in and do a site and you're just like, so wait, who are you again? What are you doing? What
Yeah,
happened? It's just like,
exactly.
oh man, those details are gonna get lost. So everything
Hmm.
is always a reflection on will this be a good, property for my program. So
Hmm.
yeah, I love when they do that.
Yeah, it was good.
Doesn't happen often, but when it does, you're like, oh, this
She
is
showed
great.
me everything. Whatever I wanted to see, she showed me. I said, "Well, let's just."
Oh,
And I happened to be there early. I was there
mm,
early, and I kind of walk around anyway and just look at some of the stuff even before I meet with the person.
mm,
And it just so happens that part of the ballroom, was open, right? So I walked through this
Then,
foyer area, and then part was open. So I'm looking in, right? And
yeah.
then just so happens to be two ladies in there. They're like, "Oh, come on in." I'm like, "Oh no, I just wanted to. I have an appointment." I go, "Okay, who you have an appointment with?" I told them, and one of the ladies I'm talking to happened to be the director of sales and marketing, and she said, "Oh my God, did you have you been to this hotel before?" I mean, she just
Ah,
kind of like, why am I here, kind of thing, and I'm like,
mhm,
"Oh,
mhm.
I have an appointment. I have this particular group. I mean, have you, used our hotel before?" I said, "I haven't been here in 25 years." She goes, "Oh my God, is there anything I can help you with?" I said, "Well, I actually have an appointment with Angel." "Oh my God, let me call her right now. Let her know that you're here." And she did all that. I'm like,
Mhm.
wow. I mean, that normally does not happen. Okay, that everyone's on the same page, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Let me call you, or do you need this? You never been here before? Okay, the restaurants, the restrooms are over there, just in case you need to use that, or blah blah blah. I mean, just all this, just it doesn't happen all the time. That's why
it
I'm so
doesn't.
excited, because it does not happen all the time.
I
And
love that.
then I actually have two. Okay, same group. They're coming two times, right? One is a rooms only group, and
Mhm,
one is a meeting, right? So I'm there looking at the space, because, like I said, I hadn't been there in 20 something years. I wanted to see what it looked like. But the same group has just a group only, a rooms only. So we're dealing with two different people. So the meeting that I had was with Angel, who's the senior catering manager, and I'm dealing with another person who's handling the groups only. Well, that person wasn't there, but I wasn't there to see her anyway, so that's fine.
mhm.
But they called it. It was her day off. They reached out to her and said, "Hey, just so you know, Russell's
Oh
here
my.
for this with this particular group. He's not there to see he's not here to meet you, but just to let you know." I'm like, that's okay. There's
Okay. That really doesn't happen often. You talking
That
about
does
things that don't
not
happen.
happen at all. Okay. So I'm like,
Okay.
wow,
Okay.
this is something. So not only is the hotel is beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Hotel's beautiful, and they're making changes. I mean, they don't have to do anything to me.
Mhm,
Just it's me looking in, outside looking in. It looks perfect. But they're changing things. They were redoing part of their lawn on the outside, the
mhm,
horseshoe lawn that I showed you. They're redoing it. They're putting new foliage in, and plants and all this kind of stuff. They're reconfiguring some things outside to make it a little better or whatever. But I mean, the place looks great as it is, but the service and the people, people are friendly, people are accommodating and welcoming. And that's the thing, from valet to when you walk in to the front
mhm.
desk to when you see people walking by. Everybody's kind of, can I help you with anything? And blah, blah, that kind of thing. So the experience, and like I said, I didn't stay there. I was just there for this appointment, but I got the feeling of, everything's elevated there. The
Yes.
experience is elevated, the welcoming, all that stuff. So I appreciate that. So thank you, Angel. Thank you, the director says, which I don't remember her name. I'm sorry, ma'am. But I thank her as well for, and but that tells me it's a well-oiled machine. If the director of sales is actually not in her office, okay, she's in the space, just actually looking at it for another, what maybe for one of her groups or whatever.
Right.
Um, and for her to take those steps to reach out, to like, hey, your appointment's here. He's early, don't worry, he's not in a hurry or anything like that. He just happens to be early, and he's looking at some of the space, and just so happened that an appointment that she had was running late. So she told me, I'm like, oh, no problem. I said, I got shit 3 or 4 hours here, if that's what I need, because I didn't have anything else to do
Yeah.
after this. So but yeah, so when she came out and she apologized for, oh, my appointment went over. I'm like, don't even worry about it. So I mean, she showed me everything. I mean, even the same space that I already walked, she
Yep.
showed me again. But now she's explaining everything, and
Like,
she's been there for 19 years. Okay, she's been there for 19 years,
oh,
and
love
she's
that.
explaining everything, what it looked like before, and then we talked. We had just regular conversations about, talking about the podcast and why is she there for 19 years and did she ever leave? And find out she did leave. She had a lapse in judgment and she left for a while and came back, and
But
they held her job for her. They held
wow.
her job for her.
Wow.
I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I said, yeah,
But
people leave for different reasons. I mean, I told her I've been to 14 different hotels. She go, oh my God, 14 different. I'm like, yeah. I said I learned early that in order for me to make more money, I had to move around.
yeah.
But was that always were those always the best decisions? I mean, were those the best experiences that I had because I was leaving for money? No, hell no. Out of 14, I probably can only name probably five that maybe was probably worth it. You know
Oh
what I mean?
my.
Maybe five.
Oh no.
Definitely not the last one. I tell you that.
Oh goodness.
So yeah. So people leave for different reasons. Um, but it's something to say about if you stay at the same property. You know what I mean? That means that you really love it or whatever. I
They're
mean,
treating you right. See, I
treat
always
you
talk
right.
about. I
Exactly.
always gauge the people whether the people look like they like it here.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
a reflection of your program. It,
Exactly.
bottom line. And then I just want to. I think I do have the contact director of sales, Diana, because I was looking at Linga and Pasadena for a program. So
Oh, really?
that, yeah. But you literally, and so I'm glad we're talking about this. You're painting the picture because I met with Diana at an Al High event, and of course it had the we're looking at the photo, and I'm like, it looks gorgeous. But you're painting that touch to it. From the moment I walked in, I was greeted. See, this is the stuff I need to hear. This is the stuff why site inspections are so important, and
Mm-hmm.
two, why we're talking about certain hotels because you may or may not book with them, but you're telling me that, and I'm telling that. So all this information gets passed, and
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
for them to
Mm-hmm.
treat you so well
Yeah.
because that's their natural way of doing things, but in itself they know you have a podcast, they know you talk. So you talk to the right people and you're giving that good experience. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was phenomenal. It's probably one
yeah,
of
I
the
like that.
best site tours I've had,
Oh,
in a long time. In a
that's
long time,
great,
I'll
that's
just say
good.
in a long time.
That's something you can't get through an email of hey, here's our
Exactly,
property specs. you know
exactly. Oh, and she said she goes, I can. Now this is really. I mean, this was a statement right here,
hmm
um, about that hotel and about Angel. She said, I can send you any of these things, like, okay, any of the ballrooms, all the ballrooms that we saw. I said I can send those. I can email those to you. I can email you still pictures. I can email you videos. I can give you the link where you can kind of go yourself. You know how we talk about
yeah,
that right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
And she said, I'll also, if you just want me to come into one of these rooms and do like a FaceTime and show you exactly what it looks like, I'll do that too. She volunteered that. When does that happen?
What?
She
That's my
volunteered that.
dream for someone to just get
Yes.
it on their own.
Yes.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
think she said that because I had this kind of look when she said I can send you one of those links. And I'm like, because those links are not the best thing. That they're not the best tools, right?
No,
The ones that you click or go this left and this and that. And
like
like,
you need a little joystick to maneuver.
exactly. And
Oh
it doesn't show the depth. It really doesn't show
no,
the true look of
because
that
you
room
can
or the
only see
depth of
one
the room.
corner at a time. You can't see the same
Exactly.
corner
You need to
as the
see it all
chandelier at the
together.
same
You need to
time.
see it all together. Exactly.
I love that. She must have been watching a show. I don't know,
I
but
don't know, but when
I
she
don't
said
know.
that, I'm like, this girl here,
Oh goodness,
okay?
I love it. Thank you.
She's hitting
It was the
everything
angel.
today.
Thank you. Look, thank you,
Yes,
Angel. You get it.
yes. Angel, you hit
You get it.
everything. Thank you so much. I
It's so
appreciate
easy.
that.
Like everybody has a phone. Like I don't understand. That's the easiest thing to do,
Exactly.
in the process.
Exactly.
I would do that all day. Oh, hey, what you want? Oh, you want me to go to the meeting room right quick? Okay.
Exactly. Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So yeah.
good. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So no, it was a great site tour, and then it ended. She goes, anything else you need? And I said, no, I'm good. I said, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do a quick live and all this kind of stuff. And she gave me the Wi-Fi password and everything,
Yeah.
which, like I said, the Wi-Fi works amazing at that hotel. It's so damn fast, it's crazy. And she said, because they have a coffee shop there, right? They have a separate little coffee shop. It has danishes and all that kind of stuff. She
Mm.
said, "Would you like a coffee or anything like that?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. She said, I said, maybe on my way home. She
Mhm.
goes, okay, I'll go ahead and sign for it and let you know, let whatever the guy's name, the attendant in the coffee shop, I'll let him know that you're gonna be coming a little later. And I was there probably another hour after I had met with her, okay,
Mhm.
because I was
Mhm.
doing my live, whatever. And then I went to the restroom. I'm getting ready to go, right? I'm packing everything up. I went to the restroom. Then I stopped by the coffee thing. And he said, "Oh, you're Russell Edmond, right? Mr. Edmond, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, what can I get for you?"
We've been expecting you.
Exactly. I'm like,
I love
"What?"
it. Yes.
Yes. So I just
The
had a little, they
service.
had matcha, okay?
Mhm.
I said, "Do you do matcha with oat milk?" He said, "We sure do." I'm like, "That's my drink, dude. That's my jam right there." And he said, "Would you like a Danish to go along with that?" I said, "No, I don't need a Danish, but I happen to see some almonds or something like that." And I'm like, "What about?" I said, "Is it okay if I grab some almonds?" He said, "Yeah, of course. Whatever you need." I'm
Look,
like,
raising the bar. They're raising the
"Wow." So I'm like, not only it's a beautiful hotel, the staff is beautiful as well.
bar.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I mean, but and then again, I'm thinking you would think like, okay, it's a or top echelon hotel, right? It's a five diamond hotel, right? So
Sure.
it's in a luxury, but just because it's that does not mean the service is going to be like that. Because I've been at other luxury hotels and the service sucked, but that's not the case here at the Langham. The Langham, I mean, I, any group that I have, I'm looking at the Langham first. I'm giving it to my client. They're gonna be at the top of the list for the client. Now it's gonna be up to the client to say no, that's too expensive or that's too
Right,
whatever
right.
for us, right? But the Langham, if I'm searching for hotels in the greater LA area, Pasadena or whatever, oh yeah, Langham's gonna be in
And
there.
you know, when you send them there, like you're good. Like you don't have
Exactly.
to worry about like, ooh, are they gonna take care of my clients? Ooh, should I
Hmm.
tell them this? You know,
Exactly.
they're gonna come back and be like, we had a great experience. So
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
when you could do that, I mean, it's just, that's the dream, right? Or you
Yeah.
could just
Always a dream.
let them have at it. And so good to
That's
know. Now
always
I know too. So
yeah. So there you go. So no,
yeah,
definitely include them in your RFPs if
yeah,
you
yeah,
happen to be looking for a hotel. If you're
yeah.
sourcing a hotel in the greater LA area and you can include Pasadena, I
Uh,
would definitely include the Langham Hotel Pasadena. Once again, 379 guest rooms, 53,000 square feet of meeting space. Yeah, I I have nothing but good things to say.
sounds
So
good.
there you go. There you go. Anything else? Because we've been on this thing for
I
over an hour.
I'm good. I'm good. I think this week is light for me, and now I'm looking forward to the Sofitel event because I have something to. Well, I was gonna check it out anyway for the rooms, but now I got something to report back.
Yeah, and you gotta give me a contact and you gotta give
I
me
don't
a
know about
rate.
that. Well, you know what? I'm sure. I'm
Why
sure.
wouldn't you do that? You're
I
gonna be there talking
fine,
to these people.
fine, fine, Russell. I'm sure I have the contact. Yes, absolutely.
Do you
Funny
let
enough,
people know? Do you let people know that you do this kind of daily check-in thing once a week and you talk about hotels that you've been to in the previous week?
I just told Colleen when I saw her. I told the Whitehall Hotel when I saw that. I tell everybody I talk to.
Okay, I'm just making sure they
Yes.
know that we talk these hotels up and talk these people up,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
even if maybe some of them don't even deserve it. We probably do.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, I'm not gonna talk up anybody who doesn't deserve it. We're just gonna be like, we're not gonna mention who. That's what we do.
Oh man, that's good.
But
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, definitely. Yep, let me report back on that. The actual event is a connection from Alhai, so I'm sure they Would love to connect on
How
that.
high? And
Yep.
you explain how high? You need to
No,
tell your, huh?
I'm
You,
not.
you did. I mean, you did before on previous
Yeah.
daily check-ins we did. So you
Yeah.
need to reach out to our high contact and say,
I
hey,
will.
and ask if they want to come in on a Monday. Come on a Monday and they can
Oh, okay.
explain it.
You know
Remember
what?
that?
I'll see. I mentioned it to Kim, and she kind of brushed me off to like their CEO because he does stuff.
We
And
ain't
so
talking about
I know.
Michael.
I oh, so you know.
Michael
Okay, you know.
Dominguez.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know if she felt kind of hesitant to come on, but so I left it alone. But yeah, so I did.
Michael does his thing, and Michael is a great dynamic speaker. But we're
Okay.
not. Michael's not who we'll be dealing with. We will be dealing with her, right? Or you
Right.
deal with her, right?
Right.
So that's who we want on
She's a little
here.
hesitant on it, but yeah, I'll reach out. Let
Yeah,
her know.
reach out in
Let her know. I
touch.
mean, like you've been requested by Russell himself.
Yeah, why not come on and give us the 411
You
on
know what,
our
Russell? I think some people are hesitant. I brought it up before, and people are
I don't
like,
think I don't think you're not presenting it well. Okay,
"What?
you're probably presenting it like like we're gonna attack her or something like that. Attack them.
Why would I do
No,
that? No.
it's
All
just like
right.
a conversation. Why don't you? Hey, do you have availability to come on a Monday? Just have a conversation.
Oh
Russell and
God.
I have conversations all the time about hotels and Owl High, and hey,
Okay.
maybe because we really don't understand what Owl High does for the meeting planning community. Can you come in and assist us with that?
Yeah, you really
Who
want
want to
to?
come on and talk about themselves and the organization that they work for or they represent?
You would be surprised, but
Well, I
no,
know that. I know that, but I'm just throwing it out there.
I hear you. I hear you. I'm gonna do the approach that Russell has requested your appearance.
Oh my God. See. Okay. Okay.
No, but
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. It definitely
Yeah.
helps. And clearly, you really want to know the ins and outs of it. So let's have that
Yeah, and
conversation.
because this is the thing, I guarantee there's other people that want to hear that they
The
want to
ins
know
and
the
outs.
ins and
Yeah,
outs too. It's not just
yeah,
about me. It's about the community of either meeting professionals, hotel site selection people, all that stuff that goes into that, right?
right.
Because yeah, I mean, yeah, people want to know, and maybe if we understood it more, maybe we would use it more.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Let's make it happen.
Does that make sense?
Make
I
it happen.
mean, it's all about hospitality. It's all about what we do. Um, so yeah, so there you go. That's just me. But what the hell do I know? Obviously nothing. Obviously
We are see
nothing.
look, I got it on my agenda. We're gonna meet back. Yep, Monday. So Monday, same place, same time.
Monday, same place, same. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh
Monday may
oh.
not work
See,
because
this
I'm
might
in
confirm.
Phoenix. I'm in Phoenix on. I don't fly back till Monday morning, and I
Okay.
don't know when that is. So I would say we would have to maybe do it on a Wednesday next week.
Okay. To be determined.
Is
All
that
right.
okay? Will you
Sounds
be
good.
available on Wednesday?
I
Wednesday.
will.
So yeah, once again, shout out to the Langham Hotel in Pasadena, specifically Miss Angel Romero. So if anyone knows Angel Romero, tell her I'm blowing her up. I mean that is a good thing. I mean that's
Right,
not,
right, right. In a positive way.
yeah, in a
Be,
positive
be
way.
nice. Some folks get scared. They
Oh,
be like, we were talking about you. They get a little scared. Wait, hold on. Hold on. No, it was a good thing.
oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. So anyway, all right, Miss Tiffany, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, we do this most
Every week.
Mondays. We do, maybe with the exception of this coming Monday, but we're
Okay.
doing it today. This is the daily check-in with Russell and Tiffany, and then
Mhm.
I do a daily check-in Tuesday. I mean Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday also. Then on Tuesdays, I do On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. That's a longer show. Well, actually, this it's not longer than this one. Normally, these things are less than an hour, but Tiffany seems to be a little long-winded today, and we're like at a minute and an
Sure.
hour and 14 minutes, which is unheard of for this. So that's typically not how this goes. But we had some stuff to talk about, or she took her time and talking about some of this stuff. Instead of like highlighting and pinpointing certain things,
It's
she
like
want to
you taking
tell
this
the whole
time signing off.
tell the whole damn story. You know what I
I
mean?
know. I
We
gave
just
you a play
need
by
bits and
play.
pieces. We need bits and pieces. We don't need the whole.
I gave you my play
We
by
need
play.
the appetizer. We don't need the whole damn
I gave it. I
seven
gave
course
pop.
meal. All right, we don't need that. See, that's why the best way for me, the best way through my heart, from these suppliers is a beer, a cold beer, and some French fries.
We know your signature.
I don't need all the stuff
Put it
that
on a
you need.
t-shirt.
You had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Uber Lyft, Uber credit home. I
Look,
mean, what the hell?
I'm a customer for life. Let me tell
Wow,
you.
wow. You worked that one. Congratulations.
Yes. You want Russell as a client, fries, beer. That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
He'll get his
That's
own
all you
meals.
needed to do. Well, and then just the other day, a matcha and some almonds. So
Clearly.
matcha
No,
and almonds.
you don't need no fancy Danish for him. Okay? Don't think you have to go out of your way with a croissant.
They're gonna get this is the funny thing. They're gonna get 300. They're gonna get a group for 300 rooms. Not 300 rooms, 300 people. 300
Yeah.
people. At least a lunch and break for 300 people, and then 80 for the rooms only. It's gonna be 80. At least 80 rooms. It could be more than that. So it's gonna be at least 80 rooms. So and all it's gonna cost you is a matcha and some
almonds.
boom.
That man. If you don't get promoted from that, because that contract ROI is 1,000,000%. Okay. You put that shoe, anybody will hire you.
I'm
That's
cheap.
great.
I'm cheap.
I hear you.
I
I
am
hear
cheap.
you.
So anyway, that is it. Sorry it went so long, but anyway, we're having a good time doing this. So join us again whenever we go live. Make sure you join. Whenever I go live, let's just join us and just and comments are welcome. No one made any comments today. I see some people over. Who is that? Is that my cousin? Hey, cuz. Yeah, there you go. Hey, cuz. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And I see a you germ. I don't know who that is, but you germ. Thank you over there on Instagram as well. So we appreciate that. So just make sure you come on earlier, then that way I can put your comments on the screen. So anyway, that is it. Take care. Happy Monday. Have a great week. Thank you,
See you next
Tiffany.
week.
And as always,